Hi, everyone. I wanted to talk a little bit about Pluto moving back into Capricorn, which it's going to do on Monday, September 2nd, Labor Day here in the US. And there's a lot of other things going on in the sky right now that make this particularly interesting. And Pluto has already retrograded from Aquarius back into Capricorn several times. So, over the last couple of years, Pluto has really been dancing across that border, going direct retrograde between Capricorn and Aquarius. But um, Pluto is going to be entering Capricorn again for the final time on Monday. And so, there's going to be a big closeout of whatever the Pluto and Capricorn elements are for each one of us. So it's worth looking at where Capricorn is in your birth chart if you're familiar with astrology. If you've been experiencing a lot of ambiguity there and back and forth and feeling like something's closed out and then it's not, and then it is, and then it's not, that's probably Pluto retrograding back and forth over that Capricorn Aquarius boundary. So we're getting ready to really have this last final couple months of Pluto in Capricorn, and then we close that out for all of our lives. Pluto takes about 248 years to go around the whole zodiac, so Pluto is not going to be in Capricorn again in any of our lifetimes. So this really does represent a significant closeout. So as we enter this period and think about how we can best close out this Pluto and Capricorn time, it's worth being aware that, first of all, um, as soon as Venus retrogrades back into Capricorn and hits the 29th degree of Capricorn, it immediately sextiles Neptune, which is at the 29th degree of Pisces. Pluto and Neptune are the two slowest planets in our solar system. And so there's just both of them take a long time to bring forward whatever they're going to do. Neither one moves quickly. So this sextile between them, the sextile is a supportive aspect, but not an agreeing aspect. So it's more like when you have two things that complement each other. They are not the same, but they complement each other, like peanut butter and jelly, maybe, to use a food analogy. And so there's really going to be this supportive element between Pluto digging deep into ourselves and uncovering whatever there is to be found there, kind of doing our shadow work, working towards our healing, and Neptune, which is our dreams, our goals, our fantasies, the things we want to bring forward, the way we want our life to be, the life we want to create. So there's a really strong supportive aspect here. And with both of them at the 29th degree, the 29th degree in astrology is called the anaretic degree. It's viewed as being very powerful because it's that final little bit of energy of a sign before you move into the next sign. So um, it's really helpful for this closing out of Pluto and Capricorn to kind of have that sextile with Neptune and be able to connect in our healing and maybe some of the darker, more difficult things we've gone through, and being able to connect that to how it is helping us move towards our goals, our dreams, turning our life into what we want it to be. So that is really significant. Also, Venus just moved into one of its home signs of Libra a couple of days ago, on Wednesday, August 28th. And so, as Pluto is at the very 0th degree of Aquarius before it retrogrades back into Capricorn, it's actually trining Venus in Libra right now. Um, Different people have different thoughts about Venus Pluto trines. I really like them because Venus is all about relationships, what we view as beautiful, artistic, what we want to engage with, what we want to connect with. And Pluto forces us to look deep. So there may be things we've sort of been led by society to think, oh, I want this. I think this is beautiful. I like this. I want this. But Pluto Venus trines tend to really force us to look deeper. What do I really want? What am I really trying to do? What am I actually really, really attracted to? What do I want to connect with? Rather than just accepting societal norms. And again, this trine is happening as Pluto is sextiling Neptune. So there's this sense of what do we really want? Who do we really want to connect to? What do we really think is beautiful and desirable and wonderful in our lives? And then Neptune is there supporting that in and connecting it to the longer term picture of what we want our life to look like. Also, um, I think it was Wednesday also. I think it actually was Wednesday. Maybe it was Venus went into Libra on Thursday, but on Wednesday, Mercury went direct. So Mercury had been retrograde for a while, leading to a lot of miscommunications, potential disruptions with technology, phones, trips, schedules, all of those fun Mercury retrograde things. Um, and now Mercury is direct. So as we have Pluto making this big shift, final shift from Aquarius to Capricorn, to close out everything in Capricorn, we have the Venus connection with our relationships, our desires, the things we want to connect to. We have the Neptune sextile that's encouraging us to look at how these things are leading us towards our longer term life and goals and dreams. Now there's also an increased clarity in, okay, we're getting a sense of what we want. How do we get there? And Mercury is really able to answer those questions of how we get there. And currently, Mercury turned direct in Leo. But in another week, Mercury is going to move into Virgo. Mercury rules Virgo, very strong in Virgo, very able to make plans and schedules and checklists. So there's kind of all of this big energy over the next week or so of determining what we really want and doing some deep work within ourselves. And then Mercury moves into Virgo and basically helps us plan out the steps to get there. So there's really a lot happening astrologically this week. Really excited to kind of see how all of this plays out. I think there's a lot of beautiful evolutionary potential here. Um, Hopefully you found this interesting or found some ways to apply it to your own life. Thank you all. Bye.